Zachary, why do you think brands, franchises are what sell tickets rather than actors involved? I believe Tarantino said Captain America is the star, not Chris Evans. I think he's kind of right. Well, it's a matter of a series of things that just shifted in the landscape of blockbusters. So if you have an era, really, everything before the 21st century, that was largely based off of original stories. You had some franchises. You had James Bond, Godzilla, Planet of the Apes in the 60s and 70s, and Rocky in the 80s. There were franchises, but it wasn't this whole sequel era, remake era. It is a pretty new phenomenon. It's that's why so many people are like, why are we having so many sequels? Why don't we do more original stories? Well, because we're in a different era. And so you look back to mid 90s and Independence Day becomes one of the biggest movies of the year. Twister becomes the biggest movie of the year. That these movies make tons of money that are original concepts about an alien invasion, about Twisters destroying Oklahoma. And so you'd have a premise and then you'd have a star. And as there was this shift towards sequels, we latched onto and trusted more a franchise more than a movie star. And you'd think more in terms, back in the day, you'd think, oh man, I love Stallone action movies. I love Schwarzenegger action movies. Man, Will Smith is the coolest. He is so funny, but he can do the action. Oh, this time he's fighting aliens and the secret organization. Oh, he's doing this. And so maybe the prime example in the 21st century of this is that they started pitching Will Ferrell movies based off of, the whole pitch would be, Will Ferrell plays basketball. Will Ferrell is a race car driver. Will Ferrell, it was that. You just took the star and he's doing his shtick in a specific thing. And that's kind of what the era of movie stars was. That's the most ridiculous, simplified version of it. But you'd have an actor that you like and put him in a scenario. Schwarzenegger is a kindergarten cop. Oh, okay. And as there's been this shift away from original stories and more sequels and sequels and sequels, you don't trust the actor. You trust the franchise. And that's where that's the thing that you lock onto. I don't trust, I like the brand of this actor. Instead, I like the brand of this franchise. I think it's very much that of the way that we've shifted towards sequels and remakes and reimagining and legacy sequels and adaptations of books. It's that source material. And we don't trust original stories like we did before. We don't put out as many of them. And so behavior of audiences has shifted because of that. That would be my theory as to kind of what's going on here, that the era of the movie star has passed us, where you put the biggest names in a movie, you pay them $20 million, and they don't guarantee that they'll sell $20 million worth of tickets. And that's where, people keep telling me the reason a bunch of these movies are costing $300 million is because these actors cost so much money. Why? They're not worth it anymore. There's very few actors that sell tickets with just their name. And even the ones that can sell tickets with just their name, it's normally actor as character. You can pay Robert Downey Jr. $50 million to play Iron Man, and he's worth it because he will sell way more tickets than that. But there's not much that falls into that category. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.